In just 24 hours, an empire that ruled for over 1,000 years disappeared. No massive final battle, no heroic last stand. Just a teenager, a German warlord, and a decision that changed the course of history forever. This is how the Roman Empire ended. For centuries, Rome had defined power. Its legions conquered vast territories across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. Roman law shaped governments. Roman engineering transformed cities. To be Roman was to belong to the most powerful civilization on Earth. But by the 5th century, that power had begun to fracture. Political instability had become the norm. Emperors were appointed and removed at alarming speed. Generals competed for influence. Corruption drained resources. The economy struggled under constant military pressure. Along its borders, migrating tribes tested Roman defenses again and again. On maps, the empire still looked impressive. In reality, it was exhausted. And on the throne sat a boy, Romulus Augustulus, 16 years old. He did not seize power through conquest. He inherited it. His father, a Roman general, had placed him on the throne in an attempt to maintain control. But the title of emperor no longer guaranteed authority. Real power now belonged to whoever controlled the army. That power belonged to Odoacer, a Germanic military leader who had once served within the Roman system. He understood its structure, and more importantly, he understood its weaknesses. His soldiers demanded land in Italy as payment for their service. Odoacer formally requested it. The Roman leadership refused. It was a political decision, but it was also a fatal miscalculation. In late August of 476 AD, Odoacer began marching toward Ravenna, the capital of the Western Empire. There was no legendary Roman general rising to defend the state, no overwhelming counterattack. The empire simply lacked the strength to resist. As Odoacer's forces approached the city, something became clear. Rome no longer believed in its own permanence. On September 4th, Odoacer entered Ravenna. The confrontation was swift. The young emperor was captured. There was no public execution, no dramatic speech. The imperial crown was removed. The insignia of power were surrendered, and within hours, the Western Roman Empire, after more than 1,000 years, ceased to exist. Not with fire, not with spectacle, but with silence. What happened next defined the moment. Odoacer did not declare himself emperor. Instead, he sent the imperial regalia to Constantinople, to the Eastern Roman Emperor. His message was clear: the West no longer needed its own ruler. The Western throne was abolished. The empire, as it had existed for centuries, was formally erased. It was not destruction, it was transition. The fall of the Western Roman Empire reshaped Europe. Political authority fragmented into emerging kingdoms. Trade routes shifted. Power structures evolved. What followed was not immediate darkness, but transformation. The Roman world gave way to a new era, one that would eventually become medieval Europe. Rome did not collapse because of a single battle. It fell because institutions weakened, because leadership fractured, because decisions were made at the wrong time by the wrong people. And in just 24 hours, the illusion of eternal power finally broke. Empires rarely fall overnight, but sometimes their final chapter is written in a single day.